Do you know what it's like to get up in the morning and just know you're going to crush it? Whatever the day gives you, you're going to crush it. That's me today. I'm feeling it. I've got these juicy little clementines. The sun's shining in the window. Of course, Todd's taking his morning nap, getting ready for the show. But it's me here, ready to go on an all-new Questionable Answers. All right, I guess we can start the show now.
Yeah, whenever you want.
Okay. Here we are once again, tripping along the internet waves with nothing on but our wit and a couple strategically placed washcloths.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. I wrote that for you. On today's episode, named Movies 101, we are going to learn a bit about the whole process of making a movie from someone who actually has done it.
Wow.
Instead of you and I pontificating about something we know nothing about.
That's right.
We get to ask questions of somebody who can actually answer them, which is wonderful. Of course, I'm never alone on this journey. I can always tell when my cohort is lurking about because of all the heavy breathing and wet noises. It's a little Toddy woo-woo.
Hello, all. How are you? Thank you, Brian, for that
Welcome to
wonderful
the show,
introduction.
Todd.
That friendly,
Yes.
just little wave hello
Yes.
for me. That's
All
great.
the wet noises.
Well, I'm so happy to be here today. It's very exciting. I'm so glad our guest is
I'm
coming
happy
here
you
today.
showed up.
Yeah,
We
I
always
know.
are.
Yeah, I got the wrong day, so
Staff-
I figured, I'm not
yeah.
prepared at all.
I forget
but I'll
what
just
the
wing it.
over-under was, but somebody in the staff made some money.
Did
today.
Seth take that bet? Is he going with that? Is that where he's running?
I think he's learned not to mess with you, but
All
go
right.
on.
All right. So anyway, let me introduce the guy across the table for me, the man who put this all together, who's the most important person in the world.
your life?
In my life and in the
Really?
world. Yeah. So,
Fantastic.
so if they made a documentary about him, they would have to title it either The Life of Brian or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So we're not really sure which one we're going to do. He's trying to hold a straight face. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, am I supposed to laugh at that?
It's funny.
Yeah.
These are legitimate
Yeah.
things that I think about.
It's okay.
Whatever. Okay.
All right. So obviously, Todd, your demise, like all of us, is inevitable.
I don't know. I really don't know.
You know. Well, I was fixating on that earlier today,
I'm sure you were.
right? Just in case, our life choices lead to you preceding me out of the exit.
Yes.
Okay. And what I was wondering is what I might see on your headstone. Have you ever thought about that? Have you given that any of your attention?
Yes, but it's kind of morbid.
What you thought you'd write on your
I don't know if
tombstone is morbid?
No, I don't know if I'm going to have a headstone. My goal is that over here in Huntington Beach, that you guys would put me on like a boat, fill it full of wood, and then Alyssa's going to shoot. My daughter's going to shoot a flaming arrow, and we're going to go out Viking style.
Wow.
Now it's at Huntington, so it's not really super awesome, and probably
It's not as good as Lord of the Rings where you
it's
go off
not,
a waterfall,
I'm not going to go to a waterfall,
or anything.
just hit a wave and kind of come back
and then
catch
you
everyone
wash
on
back
fire.
up
Right.
and it starts to smell in a couple days.
Well, the fire department would put it out real quick, so I don't really get burned. So I don't know what happens to me after that. But
Okay.
it's not.
That's what you were thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
I wrote a few
I would love to hear these.
in case you want to think about it. All right, just 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Finally, no more bedwetting. How do you feel about
That's
that? as
true.
your-
Truth is
It's-
always important.
It's true.
in this cemetery.
All right. Finally, skinny again. How's that sound?
Ooh, wow! Look at that.
Wow. We are 4 minutes into the show and our guest has just walked off. This is going to be a short
we really
one
don't know
today,
where he
folks.
went. We really don't know where he went. We're kind of getting nervous here.
I think he went to Purge
Oh,
or
wait, he's
something.
back.
All right, yeah. Okay.
Okay, he's back.
Thank goodness
Wow.
he came back. Yeah. Our lawyer met him at the door. Buddy,
Right.
here's what you signed. All right, I got 2 more.
Yes.
Here lies the shell, but the nut is gone.
That's not bad.
How do you feel about that one?
That's legit.
I could see that being
Yeah,
on
that's
your...
legit.
All right.
Takes people a little bit of time to think about it. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah. All right, last one.
Last one.
For a good time dig.
For
No.
a good time what?
Dig?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's not. It's appropriate.
It is.
But yeah, it's awful.
I just want you to know I'm thinking about these sort of things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On just a normal Wednesday afternoon, you're kind of thinking of these things. That
I had nothing better to do.
warms my heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so let's probably get on with our guest.
Is that enough? Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, there's really
We
nothing
talked
that
about
happened
your death
in my week. It was pretty normal.
Okay.
So yeah, nothing exciting, nothing crazy.
That's great. Thanks for the update.
Yeah. You want to do corrections?
Do you drive places or I
don't know if you want to do that because we still don't know if there's any corrections.
We don't have any corrections.
Nothing.
We do have the debate.
Right. It's
still brewing.
Something's brewing.
With
big time.
Listener Rob, who's just giddy about getting on the show because he's got spreadsheets and all kinds of data and resources.
I think he actually has a presentation he wants to do.
What kills me is he's going after you.
Yeah. I'm a nice guy.
So clearly, you do the worse job than me.
Yeah, but
preparing.
that's easy. That's easy pickings. That's not impressive.
Okay.
To go after the weak link. In fact, it's kind of mean, if you ask me.
Well, the good news is we are planning to have Rob on the show next week. So
I think it'll be wonderful, and we can finally hash this thing
we're
out
going to
because
hash
it's getting
this thing out.
to a warlike state.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah. All right. So our guest is falling asleep. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's no spring chicken, so we're getting a little close to his bedtime.
It's after 7 o'clock, so we got to get this going.
We should probably get him going so he can go Betty Buys.
Let's do this.
All right, so let's... Yes! Our guest today, listener, is a gem. You picked a great episode to listen to. Mm-hmm. This guy, Todd, wow, he's nodding, which is awesome.
He's
just
confident.
Wait. I'm only starting to sing your praises.
Wow.
All right. Good grief.
How many more praises do we need?
There's a lot of praising.
Okay.
This guy, Todd, you would probably agree, entered our world a couple years ago and really kind of rocked out. He made an impact.
Yep.
He rocked my life. Not only is he one of the kindest human beings, I mean, he really is. He's one of the nicest guys I know.
Jury's still out for me, but whatever.
He's freaking talented.
Yes, no doubt about that. Oh my gosh,
I would hate him if I didn't love him so much. It's so true. Not only, so let's also, here's the other thing. Let's not ignore the fact that he didn't hesitate when you looked at him wide-eyed and blank this just a few minutes ago and said, "We're recording in the basement today. Just head on down.
Yeah.
We'll be right with you." And he walked right down.
Yeah.
What a trusting, lovely man.
Don't be afraid. We're down here.
All right, joking aside, let me share a few of this dude's accomplishments.
Can't wait.
All right. In the movie world, he's a writer, director, and producer.
Triple threat.
Right? Triple threat. And I may miss stuff here. All right. This is just going off his IMDb.
He's probably a dancer as well, but we'll get into that.
He has 2 full-length films to his credit and 5 shorts, if I'm correct. Yep. And 3 full-length. All right, we're going to get to that.
We're already off base, but we'll clarify that.
Our research department. I'm telling you, I am going to fire these people.
Come on.
Good
It's
Lord.
awful.
In 2017, his film One Last Prayer won the Platinum Remy Best Feature Film Christian and Drama Award at the World Fest Houston. I'm right there. All right. His movie Hal King was nominated in 2021 for Best Feature at the African Movie Academy Awards. That's a thing.
That's pretty amazing.
That's a thing. He's got chops.
That's a thing.
All right. His other love and gift and passion, as you know, he has 3 albums out. Mm-hmm. He's a musician, singer, songwriter. His debut was Destiny with Island Def Jam Records in 98. Then in 03, he released Free on an independent label, and finally Myron in the Works in 2008 on an independent label. Look at me. Whew.
Wow.
I'm back on the horse, baby. All right. He's written and produced for several national recording artists, including Ron Isley of the Isley Brothers, Drew Hill, Kelly Price, and others. In December 2012, his original production, I need to find out more about this.
Yes.
A Son is Given, an urban ballet, was performed at the Hannah Theater in historic Playhouse Square district of Cleveland to 4 sold-out shows.
That's
right?
good.
That's not a tiny theater. That's not a high school gymnasium. All right? There was a song of his named Sisters on the movie soundtrack for Eddie, a movie starring Whoopi Goldberg. Dang, I got it right. And he looks like a young pup on that. Oh my gosh, he was
kid.
a little baby
Just
boy.
a little
He
kid.
was so cute. Well, okay, good. Our sound cut out there for a moment.
Seth. Come on.
Seth sucks. He should be fired.
Might be your piece of paper.
All right, so I missed a bunch of things, I'm sure, and we'll get to it.
We'll get
right?
into it.
But let's stop me talking and get him talking.
Who is it, Brian?
Ladies and gentlemen, Cleveland's very own Myron Davis.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks for
Myron.
letting me in. I was wondering when you guys would open the door and let me come into the room. I wonder what you guys are talking about all this time.
I know. Who is this man?
Worthless stuff. That's all we talk about. You're actually going to elevate the show.
Very cool.
No, welcome. This is so great.
Yeah, I'm
this excited.
Is really great to have you here. I want to clarify this real quick. Your music name is Myron.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if we call you Myron?
Yeah, you can call me Myron,
Okay,
or
all right.
if you want to say it backwards, Noram
Noram?
Savid is Myron Davis backwards.
Oh.
If you
Noram.
wanted to, yeah.
Okay.
Noram,
Cute.
yeah, if you wanted to.
Clever
that.
little thing.
Yeah,
How
if you'd
many
like.
years of your life have you been doing that?
None.
None.
Just right now.
I like Noram.
Yeah, Myron
Not
is
bad.
fine.
Yeah.
One of the names that we
tens of
considered
people.
when I was being signed to the record label, they were trying to find something. So we went, Cyrus was going to be the name, or Circus, to really kind of spice things up.
Yeah.
But we stuck with Myron.
So,
Myron
what was the
I
then?
really wish you'd gone with circus.
Circus would have been great.
I would have been great.
So, what kind of vibe were they going for, or where do they think you were going to end up?
Well, it was just about a catchy handle.
Okay.
I mean, once you get them hooked, you can do anything. But we were going for kind of a Prince type of vibe.
right.
So we were, some of the outfits were pretty wild. I think I have pictures of them, but I've tried to destroy most of them for my kids' sake.
It'd be
But we were
yeah.
platforms and
Oh,
the
man,
whole
that's
thing.
awesome.
We were going there.
That'd be so great.
But yeah, we kind of mellowed out after a while. But Myron is the name that stuck. So
All right.
it works. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So cool, man.
And you don't
But
have to remember it.
We'll have to have you back to
Yeah,
talk
it's
about
a-
music. That
yeah.
wasn't really the main thing.
Yeah, it's not. But
although
we
is
talk
music,
about it all day.
is music like SAGs? Did you have to actually?
Did I have
Do you
to?
Is it like
does your
ASCAP,
name have to be
ASCAP or
filed?
something?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think
no,
so.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's
Okay.
just
So you can't have a duplicate.
yeah.
There
no.
could be other Myrons out
There
there.
definitely are other Myrons. In fact, there's another Myron from Cleveland who goes by his last name or middle name because
Oh, really?
I got there
Because
first.
of you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's a great singer too.
Cool.
Yeah, stick to your middle name, kid.
It's a hack.
We got the first name. He's going to show up to our door, whoever this guy is. All right.
So mainly we wanted to talk about movies.
Yes.
All right. Now, clearly I said you had 2 features and you have 3.
There are 3 features.
We need to get on IMDb and update.
Grace
buddy.
and Mercy is the latest one. I think we
okay.
released it in 2022.
Okay.
And it's out again on all the platforms. On that one, I'm the cinematographer.
Okay.
So I've done one as a writer, director, producer. Done another one as the director. Hal
Okay.
King was just director, and then this last one was cinematographer. So I was behind the camera,
Really?
moving the lights. It was great. It was
Oh,
great.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that so? You're actually the guy doing the camera and doing what the director's telling you to do. Is that the cinematographer?
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
you catch
Yeah,
on
yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Well, I've always kind of wondered what is the distinction, because sometimes you see the director behind the camera, like Mel Gibson. A lot of times he does it. He's filming and doing all this other stuff. So I'm trying to figure out exactly who's who and what's what.
Yeah, it's fun. You get to actually look through the scope and decide what you want on the screen and the shot. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, are you ever able to tell the director, "Hey, what about this?" or give
Absolutely.
suggestions?
Absolutely. So the director usually is just working on the actors, their movement,
Okay.
their dialogue, their lines, and the cinematographer gets to set the shot. So I get to direct, in a sense, the image that is shown on the screen. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. I get to direct the lighting. So what I've
really?
learned over
Cool.
the years is that cinema is actually directing the light. So you can have a
Interesting.
camera in a room with no lights and you just have a home movie. You gotta, but once you start to move the lights around, that's where you get to tell the story for film anyway.
And the cinematographer
Yeah.
really manages that.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So what's your bailiwick? I mean, what is the thing, like, if you are working on a movie you could do? I mean, do you want to be the writer? Do you want to be the producer? Do you want to be the director? I mean, what's your, like, if Myron's walking up to a film, this next one, what's the thing you want to grab a hold of and make yours?
So I like the storytelling aspect of it. And so all of the pieces work together to tell the story. So I like the collaborative aspect of it. But I started as a writer. So I wrote my first short film, I don't know, 2012. But before that, I was writing stage plays for my church. Okay. And that's how we got even the A Son is Given production. It was a stage play we had worked out over a couple of years. Adapted it. But telling the story, so if I can do it as a director, that's great. I can do it as a screenwriter. That's a lot of fun. Being behind the camera, though, there's a lot more magic to me that happens there with the lights, kind of moving the lights and moving people in and out of the shot.
So you like that technical
I like all of it, actually. It's all works together to tell the story. So, but I can direct it. I can produce it. I'll get behind the camera. I can gaff. I like doing the lights too, so I collect lights anytime I walk into a room.
This is a family-friendly show. Watch language.
Yeah, that's right. So
gaffing here.
I like moving the lights
in a
around.
while,
Yeah.
so it's
There'll be a few gaffes on this one. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It is
really
amazing
cool.
how lighting can change the mood of a scene or a room. I mean, it's just, I have a photographer friend and he's told me about it. And it is true. It's just lighting creates something.
That's right.
It's interesting. Yeah.
It directs the eye. So that's what the cinematography, you direct the eye to the action, to the story.
Right.
Yeah. So it's great. I love it.
So your first one, you were adapting a play for your church. Did you have to go to school or anything how did you, or were you just kind of getting on YouTube and figuring out how to do all
this was before YouTube, though. The stage plays were before YouTube, but I grew up at a Christian school.
There was stuff before YouTube?
There was stuff before YouTube.
What?
Wow.
But yeah, we would do school plays each year, and so that's how I got my foot into the door of just telling stories, being on stage. I started as an actor, but that's not definitely not where I wanted to be. But I learned
with
the
that face?
inside. Yeah, nah, absolutely not. I got one of those faces only a mother could love.
Not true.
But yeah, so that's how I got into the storytelling aspect of it. My first character, I played a Jewish boy named Alex.
Okay.
That was what the script was
you
called.
look so Jewish.
Yeah, very cool.
Amazingly
They had
Jewish.
a yarmulke
What an
that I was supposed
actor.
to wear and everything. It was great.
So versatile.
Yeah, so that
So how
was
old were you when you got the acting bug or the film bug?
So I've been on stage since preschool.
Okay, so
it's always been
It
there.
was lifelong.
The singing and music and telling stories through Bible stories is what it started out.
Sure.
I didn't get into the adult stuff until later. No, just joking. But just
Back to gaffing.
Yeah.
but yeah, some of the music videos that I did in the early '90s kind of got me excited about what you could do with the lights and moving cameras and stuff like that. So yeah,
Cool. So you didn't go to school for it at all?
nah,
Dang, dude.
I just got right into it, jumped right into it.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's amazing. So where did you go to college anywhere?
Yeah.
And, what did you do for that as far as like training, et cetera?
So I went to college, Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio, and studied computer science there.
Well, that's natural. Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
great. In must have been 93, so I graduated in 92, 93. So around the mid-90s, early 90s, I decided I wanted to do music full-time and wanted to pursue it, so I transferred to Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Wow.
And that's where the music world opened up for me. But it wasn't until 2000, maybe 2008 or 9, that I really started the writing, story writing, stage plays, short films. And then 2012, I had a feature film, 90 pages of a script. I took a class online, Dov Simons. He's an interesting filmmaker, and he basically said, write what you know and shoot what you have, So write a story that you knew something about and shoot it in a place that you don't have to pay money for. So that's kind of the approach we took. I wrote a story loosely based off of my life and some other stories that were closely related, and basically shot it in some houses that my friends had and my mom had. We raised, I don't know, $100,000 or so.
Really?
And put the film out.
Wow.
And it made it all the way to the Pan-African Film Festival in Cannes, or the Cannes Pan-African Film Festival.
Wow.
And it was sweet. It
Did
was
you get to go over for that?
No.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was there, and she kind of represented for us.
So when,
But yeah, it
when you
made it
say
around the
you
world.
put it out, you put the movie out, what does that mean? Who do you give it to?
So we finally distributed the film through Green Apple Entertainment. They distributed the film for us. But prior to that, we put it in film festivals. So that's how I got into the World Fest Houston. Got some notoriety there. And then we put it in the Pan-African Cannes Festival, which was great. So I had to have it translated into French, which is pretty fun.
Oh, wow.
The reason I actually did this film, though, my brother is an actor out in L.A., and so I wanted to give him a feature film. Incredible actor, so he's a star in One Last Prayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a star.
Does he play you?
No,
No,
no.
That'd be weird.
No.
You're not doing me well
Yeah.
enough.
No.
You're not good looking enough.
Yes.
It was a challenge directing, because he's a really good actor. He's a director in his own right. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's
we
cool.
shot in 14 days and knocked
Jeez.
it out. It was great. It was
It's
fun.
really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's next in this? I mean, are you working on anything, or?
Yeah. I have a script that I think will be. I think it might be that one. It might be the
Really?
big one. Yeah. So we'll see.
Godfather 4?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars 12.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it's a little more
As
ambitious.
soon as they get to 12, you'll be ready.
Yeah.
You'll be waiting there with your script.
That's right. Yeah. So it's a sequel to Pulp Fiction. No, but yeah,
More of a comedy.
It's
Yeah,
the Christian
comedy,
version of
yeah, they're-
Pulp Fiction. So it's 2 minutes long.
They snap each other with rubber bands and flick each other and give each other noogies and stuff. It's really awful.
Well,
No.
you.
Yeah.
yeah, but still writing, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll have a finished script and start looking for a
fantastic.
production company. To,
How do you do that? Like, how do you start farming that out?
oh man, well it's changed
Because you got
a
to
little
get
bit.
funding, right?
Yeah, you got to get funding. So you just got to know.
Yeah,
Gotta know
people.
some
Do you send it
with
out
money.
to your contacts that you've already made and say, hey, what do you think of this?
Maybe not so much them. But with this film, I'm going to pay them back. I promise. With this next film, it's going to be big. Everybody who gave me money for the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they know.
gonna
So
be
it's
big.
a, it's a Ponzi scheme is what you're saying. Okay.
Do they know you're here?
Yeah.
No, but
We'll be able to drive dozens of people to the theaters.
right. But yeah, no,
Really?
they're usually people who are excited about investing in the film. So I'll send out
That's
the
cool.
script and
Oh,
see.
okay. So you farm the script out
yeah,
to people.
yeah, send it out
Okay.
to people.
Do you have an agent that would do that sort of work, or no?
No.
Or is it
No,
agent's
I-
name's Myron?
Yeah, that's me. I'm the agent. But
I-
my cousin and I work together on it.
Okay.
Sharon Hawkins. We're about 2 months apart in age when we grew up
Really?
together.
Oh, okay.
So he and I have done
He's
all
co-writing
the
Very
films.
with
cool.
you?
Co-writes,
Really?
co-produces, yeah.
All right. Do you have room for a pasty skinned white guy on it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, who's-
There's always
in his,
room.
in his late 50s?
There's always room.
Yeah, you're the extra in the back with the mop,
Yeah.
Brian. That's
That's fantastic.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That is really great.
So you had mentioned that you went to school in Boston back in the early 90s, mid 90s. So when you were in Boston back then, did you hang out with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck?
No,
No,
I
all right,
didn't.
I had to
didn't.
ask that.
I thought
Yeah.
that would be great. No.
like everybody else in
Yeah,
Boston
everyone-
hung out with
yeah.
those two.
Everyone was Boston.
If you were there, you should.
I mean, it
don't
wasn't
know.
because they didn't want me to. Don't get me
Right.
wrong.
Oh, really?
They asked
yeah,
you,
there
I'm
were
sure.
several calls.
You were
texts.
busy.
I'm like, I'm doing stuff.
I got stuff to
I'm
do.
doing stuff, Matt.
Yeah,
You guys.
stop
no.
bugging me.
No, yeah.
I'm writing a
Right.
movie. You don't know anything about this. Just back off. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so.
Yeah, sorry to.
That was your clever
Sorry,
question.
yeah, sorry to bring it
Did
back
you
to
write that question, or did that just
No,
pop
that's
in your?
that's the talent
your
that I bring to the
enormous
show.
noggin?
That's the talent that I bring.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
So tell us about. I got to know about the Urban Ballet.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and again, because Cleveland is a huge theater between Chicago and New York. This is like the biggest theater district. I mean, it's top notch. So you had 4 sellout shows. That is amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it ended really quickly. We were hoping after it was done, we thought, man, we could do more of this. But The play was short. It was it started off as a short, a couple of short scenes that we had done at our church at the time, New Community Bible Fellowship in Cleveland Heights, and we did it on a small stage there. Waited a couple of years and made it a little bigger. So we went to Tri-C East, and man, the turnout was great there. We sold out that room. I think it was 2 shows. I think that room holds 500 or 600 people. And so that was 2007. Then 2012, I revised the music, and we hired some Cleveland Cavalier Scream Team dancers, and then we found some ballet dancers. So the idea was the Christmas story, and it was told kind of like West Side Story, where you have the urban dancers on one side and the ballet dancers, and they come together, and that was Mary and Joseph. So our Joseph was a hip-hop dancer. Mary was a ballerina.
I figured Joseph would be taking on the Pharisees, the Sadducees' best dancer.
Yeah, it was great.
Ishmael.
And it just told that story, and then there was kind of the cosmic or spiritual side of it. So the emotions that Joseph and Mary felt, we kind of portrayed those as angels and maybe demons, kind of tempting them to not go through with it. It was fantastic. We built a huge stage. A good friend of mine, Rob Peck, is a production designer. Huge set. We had a cast of probably 20 people.
Wow.
And it was a fantastic production.
Wow.
We did also raise some money for that, so we had a really cool marketing campaign for it. We sent these boxes out that had a ballet shoe with really cool graffiti on it. Oh, man, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very
That's
awesome.
neat.
But yeah, so someday I hope to revitalize
Is that
that
something
one.
you go back to? Has stage
absolutely.
ever been a draw for you? I mean, like doing sort of a Broadway sort of rather than movies?
Yeah,
They're very different.
I would say the reception of it is more immediate. So
Sure.
that finishing, having the curtain drop, and hearing the applause right then is
Right.
It was pretty fantastic.
As opposed to the grueling, repetitive, slow-moving process of making a movie.
Yeah. You get to see a couple of red carpet events and have everybody appreciate it, but when you're on stage, it's like just in the moment having people respond to the jokes and the
So were you in
emotion.
that production? Or
No, I'm always
you weren't.
behind the scene.
You're always behind the
I'm
scenes.
just behind the scene. I can give direction and act it out, but I'll never do it in front of the camera.
Okay.
I like being behind the
So
camera.
did you direct this or no? Did
I
somebody
wrote
else-
and directed this
Okay.
one, yeah.
That's amazing.
Wrote and directed it.
That's different doing stage
Yeah.
than even music and.
I mean, that
movie.
sounds
That's
like something you
different.
almost ought to revisit.
Yeah, it was
That
fantastic.
sounds like,
it was a lot
was
of
it
fun.
around Christmas time? You said it was.
Yeah, it was.
okay.
We did it the first couple of the first weekend in December.
That's really cool.
In 2012.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is neat.
And my son was born a month prior to it, so it's pretty cool. Asher was born.
Did he play Baby Jesus at all?
No.
Throw him up on stage.
Yeah.
We
He's
thought
free.
about it. We thought about it, but no. No, it was very cool.
That's great.
That is cool.
So you have 2 kids. Yeah.
4 kids.
4
2 kids at home.
2 kids at home.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Any
One of them just bought a prom dress and is getting ready to go off to college. Yeah.
Where's she going?
Xavier College.
Oh,
right.
Xavier.
cool.
Mhm.
All right.
Xavier University, yeah.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Any of them have the bug, the showbiz bug?
Yeah, both of them do. Both of the
Really?
young ones do. Asher is an incredible singer and has been on stage in some of my plays singing and acting.
Cool.
Macy was actually in she was in One Last Prayer. She was in the
Really?
opening scene there.
Okay.
But she's more behind the scenes. She likes
All right.
production.
So
she likes
she's got
directing.
what Dad's got.
Yeah, she likes telling people
Like
what to
telling
do.
people
She's
what
very
to
good
do.
at bossing
Yeah.
people around. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she's good. She has a really keen and discerning eye, so she's really good at it too.
Cool.
So we spend most of our time critiquing movies.
All
and-
right. So will she go into anything like that in school, or what
Nah,
is she?
right now she's biology.
Okay.
She wants to do something in medicine.
Oof.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we'll see.
God
What a
bless
waste
her.
of talent. I'd rather have better movies than a cure to cancer. Sheesh.
You went to, what did you go to school for? You went from nerd to
computer
stage,
science.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Nerd to more
There's still
nerd.
hope for Yeah.
To stage
Nerd.
nerd. Wow. Jeez.
Oh, that's really cool.
No, that's
All right.
fantastic. That is exciting. That's awesome.
All right. All right. You want to play some games?
Let's play some games.
You want to play?
Let's go.
All right, let's do this.
We got some games. He's gotten really good at his job.
I am. I'm getting quick at it. Okay, so here we're at part 2. Thank you, Myron, for kind of filling us in a little. And if we have any more questions, I would still love to dig into the further into like movies and all that other stuff. So it's fascinating. It's endless. Okay, so the first one, now we're in the QA Quickie. So what it is it's just a little warm-up. We do a quick question, and I ask Brian. Brian will ask me. And again, now you're playing all-time quarterback. So you're going to be answering both questions, and hopefully we'll play for some really super sweet points. All right, can you do this?
Yeah, I think
These
so.
will be movie themed. Everything is movie themed.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, Brian, you go first.
Stupid.
Well, I got to spell it out for you.
Do I get a paper? Do I get any notes or just freestyle?
You will.
This is all knowledge. Yeah,
subsequent
not yet.
games.
Right.
Okay.
So
All right, let's go.
He's such a director.
he's so ready to go. Yeah.
Where's my paper?
I
I
know.
need some instructions.
This is the part where you hand out the paper. All right. In what state did the film industry start? In what state did the film industry start?
The easy answer is California. But I know Edison had movie theaters and things like that in New Jersey. What's your recommendation?
Do you know? If you know, just
Yeah,
say.
I need points. This is
I
you and
believe
me
it
now.
was New York.
You think it was New York
I
State?
think it was New York, yeah.
All right, I will defer. I think it's an East Coast thing. My only question is because he had Menlo Park in New Jersey,
yeah.
but I'm not sure. And I know he did some things with the movie camera and film and all that stuff, but it's going to me it's like New Jersey or New York. Let's go with New York. I'll see what Myron says. In New York,
See if we're right.
All right.
state of New York.
So the American film industry began not in California, but on the opposite coast.
So far, so good.
Many studios started out in the New Jersey towns of Bayonne, Bayonne and Fort Lee at the beginning of the 20th century, including famous names like Fox, Paramount, and Universal.
That's good.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
Who would have guessed?
Well, my understanding is they chose California because it's close to the beach, close to desert, close to mountains, like the topography, and it's nice weather pretty much all year round. So it's like within an hour drive, you're any setting you really want.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Makes sense.
All right, big fat zero for Todd.
Big fat zero.
Thank you, guest
That's all right.
Myron.
You ought to be
for-
used to that.
Yeah. Pretty story of my life. Okay. What was the first movie to cost more than $1 million to make?
no.
The first movie to cost more than $1 million bucks. I didn't know this answer. If you get this, I will give you 10 points.
And do you, no year, you don't give a year
I
reference?
give
as a,
nothing.
Okay.
All right. Now
He's
there is,
so desperate for a win.
but there, like I said, if you come close, I'll be generous. Maybe I'll give you a half point or something like that. So yeah,
I'm gonna.
if you're 50 years off, I'm giving you nothing.
What do you think? Gone with the Wind?
The first movie to cost more than $1 million bucks.
I feel like it's somewhere back then. Although $1 million bucks back then.
Yeah.
I would have
I
never
don't know.
got this.
You have no thoughts? All right. Gone with the Wind.
Very good answer.
Was it?
It is not. It is a silent film.
What?
1922, a silent film, Foolish Wives, is about a guy who
Interesting.
Wow,
it's
it's so
basically-
close.
It's like a con man who dresses up as like Count whoever to woo rich women at Monte Carlo. So I never. They said this movie cost $200,000. This one cost $500,000. This one cost $1 million to do a silent
Without
film.
even any voices.
Think about it.
Yeah.
And then after that, everything just kind of started to explode. But I was like, I'm trying to think how much that would be in today's. But I would have never guessed a silent film.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So 0 points each.
Yeah, pretty much 0
Hey,
points.
you're still hanging in there, Todd.
I
Feeling
am.
good. Feeling good about today.
All right, I think we're on to our next one.
That's not a good
That's not?
intro. What is wrong with you?
Oh, hang on here. We're here for the mini Oscars,
You're
okay?
supposed to be positive about these games, not
All right, then I'm gonna,
flushing a toilet.
and the next section is
There we go.
There you go.
There you go. It
mini
needs a
Oscars.
symbol, but yeah.
All right. How about an
Oh, that
explosion?
was
Stop
a machine
pushing
gun.
buttons.
That was a snare drum, not machine gun, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got to. Well, here
There we
That's
go. There we go.
okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
we're on
All
to
right.
mini Oscars.
Good Lord, let's move
please keep
along.
moving along.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to explain to
Yes.
our listener?
We wrote. Yeah, our one
Yeah.
listener. We wrote out a scene with 3 parts, and the 3 of us will act it out. Basically, we're going to be doing a cold read. That's what they say in the biz. And once both scenes have been acted out, we will each then vote on which receives the mini Oscar for Best Movie.
Oh, good stuff.
Brian's film goes first.
Okay. My film is called Secrets Unveiled.
Ooh.
Yes.
This is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will read all of the. I marked what your lines are. Sorry, Myron,
Okay.
you don't have a lot in my play, but you have a key role,
Okay.
and everything lands well for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I will read all of the description, the scene
Excellent.
descriptions.
And
Okay.
I'm going to need a lot because I want to really learn about the movie
So
making business.
mine is highlighted.
Yeah, it's the two things.
Okay,
that are
gotcha.
highlighted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It goes quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Sorry.
it goes quickly.
All right.
This is
good.
what happens when you have AI write a script
Yeah.
for you. So this is a soap opera, okay, called Secrets Unveiled. The room is adorned. Interior, luxurious living room, daytime. The room is adorned with opulent furniture and lavish decorations. We see Julia, a wealthy and glamorous woman, pacing nervously. Enter Alex, Julia's handsome but troubled husband, and Emily, Julia's loyal friend.
Alex, we need to talk. I can't keep living like this.
Alex looks torn, his eyes filled with guilt. Julia, please. I know I've made mistakes, but I love you. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right.
Julia, let go of the past and move forward. It may be time.
Yoda, I didn't realize you were here. But how can I move forward when I don't even know the truth?
Alex hesitates, his expression pained. You deserve to know. I've been keeping a secret from you.
What kind of secret, Alex? How could you betray me? Don't cut off my line. How could you betray me like this?
A tense silence fills the room as Alex gathers the courage to speak. I never meant to hurt you, Julia. The truth is, I've been in love with someone else.
Oh, who is she?
Alex looks down, unable to meet Julia's gaze. It's Emily. Emily.
Julia,
Hold on, I need to give it. Emily's eyes widen in shock as she realizes the magnitude of Alex's confession.
Julia. None of this to happen I never meant. To come between you and Alex, I never wanted.
I'm staring at you. How could you, Emily? I trusted you with everything. Oh.
As emotions run high, the tension in the room reaches its peak, leaving everyone grappling with the fallout of the devastating revelation.
Wow,
End scene.
that was deep.
That
Gripping.
I mean, there's a lot
It
of
was.
stuff going on there.
That was tense. It was tense.
So she was
feeling
in love with Yoda? Like, what?
it. Where did you end up going with Yoda?
Director, how did you choose that way?
I was just going with the.
We're on a low budget, man. We get one shot at a scene.
Yeah. Impressive. That was deep, man. I didn't.
That
That's
was good.
Oscar worthy. It really is.
It was.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
it's my turn now.
Yeah.
We're gonna lighten things up a little bit with a little comedy.
Cool.
Okay.
I love a comedy.
Now the characters are Officer Smith, a seasoned but slightly scatterbrained police officer. Officer Johnson, Smith's younger and overly eager partner, and the suspect, a quirky, innocent-looking individual accused of stealing a donut. The scene opens in a small police station. Officer Smith is at his desk shuffling through paperwork. Officer Johnson bursts in, holding a half-eaten donut.
Smith, you won't believe it. The donut in the break room, it's been half eaten.
Man, you stepped it up for his.
Now we have Jimmy Walker showing up in our show.
I was trying to do my best
All right.
Back to the Future impression.
That's right, yeah.
I guess I'll read my own. Looks up, slightly bewildered.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Half eaten? Is this an emergency?
Absolutely. We're dealing with a donut thief. We have to catch them before they strike again.
Rolls his eyes.
All right, calm down, Johnson. Let's not go nuts over a donut.
Suddenly, the suspect enters, looking innocent, but with crumbs around their mouth. I heard there was a donut emergency. I just wanted to help.
A likely story. You're covered in donut crumbs. You're the thief.
What? Me? Steal a donut? I would never.
Why are you covered in crumbs?
Thinking for a moment. Oh, those crumbs? I was in the break room earlier, and I accidentally leaned against a plate of donuts. It was an honest mistake.
Convenient excuse.
All right, let's settle this. Johnson, go check the security footage.
Johnson rushes off to the security room, while Smith and the suspect exchange awkward glances.
So, you really just leaned against the donuts?
Absolutely. I'm a pastry enthusiast, not a thief. Johnson returns with a sheepish expression.
Smith, about the security footage.
What about it?
Turns out the camera was facing the wrong way. We didn't catch anything.
See? I told you I was innocent.
Great. A mystery for the ages. The case of the missing donut remains unsolved.
Suddenly, another officer enters, holding a donut. Oh, Jones. I'll be Jones. Dude, I said 3 people to AI, and it gives me 4. Officer Jones will be played by Todd Seljan. Hey, guys, I found the missing donut. It fell behind the microwave. Everyone looks at Officer Jones in disbelief.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well, that wraps up the thrilling case. Good work, team.
The officers share a laugh as the suspect smiles innocently, relieved to be cleared of suspicion. Now, in my directorness, I'm imagining us at the end of this scene laughing like the end of Chips. You guys remember that when they laugh like?
Yeah.
And then it freezes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll add a laugh track in post.
I think
Would
that'd be
that
great.
make you feel better?
Well, it would help out my comedy because that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
That was actually pretty good. It was good.
Okay, that's nice and all to do all this movie stuff, but now it's time for points. We got to get down to brass tacks here.
He's got his he does this little head thing when he's being smug.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? Now it's time to get down to points.
Now, well, this is
All right.
different because we have a drama and a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird competition. Would you agree?
It's the mini Oscars, so
It's true.
yeah,
Yeah, very many.
it's very.
So how do
mini.
you score the points?
I don't know.
Completely arbitrary. How many? Is this even worth any? It's whatever we say it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's go for 5
Let's
points.
go 5 points.
5
5 points
sounds
for the
good.
winner.
All right.
All right.
Can we give partial,
No.
or is this the winner
No,
take
we
all?
got 3 votes. If we do partials, then we're going to end up messing the whole system up.
Okay.
We each get 3 votes. I'm going to vote for mine. You're going to vote for yours.
gonna
And
vote for
Myron's
mine.
going to vote for
Just one category, just best
Best
script,
Picture.
Okay.
Best. Yeah, this is best picture.
Best Picture.
Best
It's
movie
close.
of the
for the
year.
mini Oscars.
It's
Do
close.
you need to relook at the scripts
Yeah, I'm going
to see which was written better?
If there was,
The
If there was a
same
category-
AI bot wrote both.
it.
if there was a category for best leading actor or actress, I would definitely go for Secrets Unveiled. Secrets
Unveiled.
Unveiled.
Really? Okay.
There was some really moving
There was.
character
A lot of character
portrayal,
development in
yeah.
that,
Oh,
right?
man, yeah.
Oh, he's taking this seriously.
He's actually reading
You're not
So-
going to hurt anybody's feelings.
But for
buddy.
best picture, I'm going to have to go for.
I knew you. I knew you were. As we were reading it, I knew you were.
Actually, I don't see a title though.
Oh,
that's their
sorry.
problem.
Oh
That-
By
man,
default.
we lost.
By default.
Is there a title page?
No, the AI didn't give it to me.
Oh man, I was
I
going
asked
to
for
give
3
it.
actors. It gives me 4. It doesn't give me a title.
I'm going to have
Yeah.
to go with Secrets Unveiled because it's got a title. I know where we're going. Secrets Unveiled.
Well, you could have just off the cuffs called it "Donuts About You" or something.
I should have. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to do this.
It was close though. It was very
It was
close.
Close. I love it. I love it.
This is terrible.
That was good.
I thought it was a good cold read, both of them.
What
good.
they were
That's
both,
fun.
yeah.
Moving.
I'm still not sure where Yoda came from.
Yeah. Yep. That'd have been
I
a
made
great
a choice. I went for
You
it.
made a
I
choice.
Yeah.
You made a choice, Myron.
And he stuck with it.
and
I
you-
stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's
So-
right.
You
And now
played
That's
it
what
all
it's
the way
about.
to
That's
the
right.
end.
That's what it's
Yep.
about.
And now our fans are stuck with it
Yeah.
when they listen. Okay.
I love it.
That is absolutely wonderful. All right. What
All
do we
right.
have here?
What time is it, Todd?
Oh, it is time for part 4 is
that's a fun one.
script direct. Oh, and actually, no, we're going to break for a sponsor. Creativity is lost, and every movie feels like deja vu. Because the world hasn't seen a new film idea in decades. Witness the ultimate disaster. From the creators of Remake 1 and Remake 2 and Sequel Mania Strikes Again, comes a movie that dares to ask, have we run out of ideas? Introducing Deja Vu All Over Again. A roller coaster ride through Tinseltown as studios tackle the question, can we survive on reboots alone? Featuring a star-studded cast of familiar faces and iconic scenes with a gratuitous guest appearance by a secondary actor from the first movie, and lots of CGI that didn't exist when we made it back then. Deja Vu will have you on the edge of your seat wondering, didn't the oily topless men play volleyball in the old movie? Hooray! So grab your popcorn and brace yourself for the ultimate replay movie of the decade. Deja Vu, all over again. Coming soon to theaters near you. Don't miss it again, this time or the next time.
And back to the show.
And we are at part 4, script directions.
Yes!
So, Brian, would you like
Sounds
to...
so much like me.
Yeah, listen to this. This is so Brian.
Yes!
Yes.
That's not Brian?
No.
No.
Oh,
No,
wow.
He says no.
No!
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No.
There's another one that he does. But
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
when I first heard it, I'm like, that is
That's
him.
good.
Anyway,
Weird.
Brian, I think
would
you're
like
up.
some money for that.
I think
but,
you
yeah.
would.
All right. So this is called script directions. This little game we're playing right here. Mm-hmm. Each of us are going to read a movie script action directions. Okay. 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. And 2 points will be granted for guessing the movie. So we have 2 of these each. So there's up to 4 points here. Also, we're going to throw a little, maybe Todd can make a comeback. Any characters you can name in that movie
A bonus point?
are bonus points. So
That
if you
would
can
be
name 10
great.
characters
Oh,
in
gosh,
the movie.
that would be excellent. Yeah, because right now I'm down by 5. Even
I
if
know.
I got both.
This could be a huge moment for you.
All right.
Okay, let's
Or
go,
it could be
let's
one
go.
of your most humiliating failures.
Myron, are you feeling this
I'm
for me?
feeling the
You
pressure.
feeling it
Alright.
for me?
I'm feeling the pressure.
Okay.
He hasn't won in a
Let's
very
go.
long time. Did you win the bad luck one?
No. I think I won
And you
baseball.
lost no. Oh, you did. You won
I
baseball.
won baseball. I lost
Okay.
like 5 in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was really jonesing for a win. I was like, I need something, man. This is awful.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's been streaky. You were
I won't
good at the
say I
beginning.
tried to throw that, but I might have tried to throw that.
I'll take it.
because I wanted.
I
you to
don't
win.
care.
Oh, that's
It was
good.
your subject.
It's like Mickey in Rocky 3. He was
I know.
tanking the fights to protect Rocky.
That's right.
Okay,
Cut
that's
me.
why he won the
Cut me,
10.
Mick.
Cut me.
Cut me.
All right, cool. So I guess I'll go first. You
Yep.
second. Me third. You fourth.
Yep,
All right, you ready?
I am.
Fade in. Exterior. New York Public Library. Daytime.
Jaws. Is it Jaws? Okay.
No, that was your guess. Sorry.
Okay. It's not Jaws at the library?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. The sun shines brightly on the classic facade of the main library at 5th Avenue and 42nd Street. In the adjacent park area, pretty hustlers and drug peddlers go about their business. Front steps. A few people lounge on the steps, flanked by the familiar stone lions. Interior. Main reading room. Day. People are dotted throughout the room, sitting at the long oak tables polished by decades of use. Reading lamps with green glass shades cast a golden glow on the tables. The patina of age is everywhere. It is very quiet. What movie is that?
Man, it starts out at the public library.
Yep.
And this is a movie we would know. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not some weird
A French,
black and white
1932 French movie.
Yeah, a silent movie that made would cost $1 million. Yeah, it's not that.
There's something about those green lamps on the table.
Yeah, but it's like, to me, it's like Indiana Jones. You have the green lamps. I mean, this is not it, but New York Public Library, it's like you see those all the time.
Yeah.
So is it a period piece, or is that just what they have? Because they have the old oak tables. New York
I know.
Public Library.
And any hint about the year the film was made?
No.
No, we just gotta go.
All the hints were in the
Central Park,
yeah.
New York.
You got to think of
Public
what movie
Library.
you've seen has opened like that.
There were lions on the stairs.
Yep.
Man, I'm really stumped. It's probably gonna be one of those ones like, are you kidding me? How did I not get, just,
Yeah, of course.
I keep thinking When Harry Met Sally, but that's not it. That started in college. New York Public Library.
Mm-hmm.
Do people in New York know how to read? That's throwing me off there.
Okay, that's a lot of listeners that you could have just alienated.
I
Thanks.
offended all
Way
one
to
and a
go.
half listener
Yeah.
in the state of New York.
I'm going to have to ask you to go ahead and guess. 'cause
Yeah,
this is boring.
do you have
to
any
listen
guess at all? We're gonna have to cut it in post.
to. Okay.
I would say just Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I have no clue.
That's an interesting guess. Probably same era.
Really?
Actually, a little bit after that.
Is it Ghostbusters?
It is Ghostbusters.
Oh wow!
Dun, dun,
Look
dun.
at it, man.
The two lions.
Well,
when you said the two
all right.
lions, I was
Well,
like,
I had to go.
oh,
Once you
no,
said
he's
Close
gonna get
Encounters,
there.
I went to my, what was it, late 90s? Early 80s?
Early 80s. This was
yeah, Close
84, I think.
Close Encounters, I think it was like late 70s.
Yeah, it was late 70s.
70s.
I
Yeah,
want to say it was
Ghostbusters
78,
really
79.
early 80s-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
All
that's legit.
Your
Okay.
turn.
All right. Blackness. Then two faint lights appear, close together, growing brighter. They resolve into two deep submersibles, free-falling toward us like express elevators.
Submersibles.
One is ahead of the other and passes close enough to fill frame, looking like a spacecraft blazing with lights, bristling with insectile manipulators. Tilting down to follow it as it descends away into the limitless blackness below. Soon, they are fireflies, then stars, then gone.
What?
Pushing in on one of the fallen submersibles, called Mirror 1,
Submersibles.
right up to its circular viewpoint to see the occupants. Inside is a cramped 7-foot sphere crammed with equipment. The sub's pilot sits hunched over his controls, singing softly in Russian. Next to him is blank. He's in his late 40s, deeply tan, and likes to wear his Nomex suit unzipped to show the gold from famous shipwrecks covering his
Are you gonna read
gray-haired
the
chest.
entire Hunt for Red October
He is
script?
wily, fast-talking treasure hunter.
Oh,
That's it.
treasure hunter. So what? There aren't too many. I don't think any of the Indiana Jones started on a sub.
It's not Guardians of the Galaxy, is it?
I can't tell you. I need a choice.
Oh. I think that
That
started
doesn't
out with him
sound
as a
like-
little kid.
Well, there were 3 of them, or 4 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said treasure hunter. Oh,
Something coming to you?
no, not really. It's not Empire Strikes Back.
It's submersibles.
Submersible. He said treasure hunter. I'm thinking of
Yeah. I know. I
it's
thought
not
it was.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because it was something with space.
It is space.
Submersibles. They're falling from
water, right? I don't know.
the treasure hunter.
I don't know.
Submersible underwater.
I give up. Hunt for Red October.
Very good guess. It is
Yeah.
a submersible. It is water-based. It is the beginning of Titanic.
Oh.
Remember when they open on the scene of it and then they heard they go to the old lady Rose?
I'm going to have to confess something here. I've never seen Titanic.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never got the interest. Remember they do something like salvagey at the beginning, but I don't remember it.
I've seen the
I've
end
seen-
when they're
yeah, I've
floating on
seen
the
the end,
door.
yeah. So
yeah.
I like the
whatever that
part
is.
where the musicians are playing as the thing is sinking, but other than that, I don't have much memory of watching the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what, 30 years ago almost.
Yeah. Was
Yeah.
it really? All right.
It was
I
like,
think
yeah,
there's
97.
a part two. I think there's
Is
a
there?
part two they're working on. Yeah.
When they salvage it, they bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose is still
What an
dead.
exciting story.
Yes. Or the dude, whatever his name
Wait,
is.
she lived. didn't
Jack.
Yeah, she did live. Jack. Yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we
All
go.
right, here we go.
Ready?
Okay.
I feel good about your men. You should get this.
Okay.
All right. Darkness. The sound of wind and spray. What do you think?
I'm thinking ocean, something
All right.
seaworthy.
Exterior. Ocean. Night. The darkness is actually water. A searchlight arcs across heavy ocean swells. Half a dozen flashlights racing along. What we can see is the deck of an aging fishing trawler. Fishermen struggling with a gaff. There's something in the water. A human corpse. Exterior, fishing boat deck, night. The body sprawled there, the sailors all talking at once. You're nodding.
I think.
3 languages. Brave chatter to mask the presence of death.
I would have to. I'm going to go solo on this. It's got to be the Bourne Identity.
It is the Bourne
Yes!
Identity.
Yes.
Woo!
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is
good.
a very good one.
That's a good one.
No, the fight scenes in that are unbelievable.
So, can you name any characters from that?
Well, Jason
Jason
Bourne.
Bourne. Okay, so that's 3 points.
Oh gosh, what's Nikki? Is that girl
She's
assistant?
not in that one.
She's not in
She's
the
not
first
the
one.
first one.
She was in the second one, I think.
Wow, that's a big no-no. Let's go with
His girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
What's
what's
his
That's the
her
one I
name?
was trying to think of.
It's like some German name,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Got that, and then she had her brother.
Oh, Nikki was in it.
I was going
Was
to say
she?
I thought she was in
She
all
was.
of them.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what's his face.
I
Brian
think she had a small
Cox.
part in that one.
He was in it.
Yeah,
I'm
he
trying
was
to think
in
of
it.
what his name was. And then
Yeah, actors. I'm not.
There's another actor. He's the.
I need character names.
well, Scott Glenn. He was. I think he was in there the first one.
Actor names or their real names?
Or
The
their
character names.
character
Yeah, I'm
names.
really
So
bumming
you got
on it.
Nikki and Jason.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
that's good.
All right.
good.
That's good.
Marie was his girlfriend.
Marie.
It's not German at all.
No.
All right. So what was that? 2, 2, and 2.
2, 1, and 1. You got 4 points.
Oh man, bummer. Means I lost.
What are-
So this last was going to
What?
be just lame.
Oh, you don't have another opportunity for points.
No, I don't.
That's
It's all right.
exciting.
Okay, here we go. This will be for fun. How do I not know more of these characters? That is embarrassing. Roll prologue over main title, a collage of old photos, prints, etc., and silent live-action vignettes, all dark and heavily shadowed like a dimly remembered dream. The first images show the opulence of the Gilded Age, the epic vistas of the West, cattle drives and cow towns with all their violence. The voiceover narration. The economic explosion following the Civil War created an unprecedented nationwide market for beef. Previously worthless cattle running wild throughout Texas and gathered into herds and driven north to the railheads in Kansas. Fortunes were made as cow towns sprang up on the prairies, wide open centers of commerce and vice, their streets choked with heavily armed young men fresh from cattle drives. In those days, the correct term for a cowhand was drover. Cowboy, like cowpoke, was originally an insult implying deviant sexuality and was rarely used. But these invading drovers were a wild breed, for soon shootings and wholesale drunken riots became so frequent that ordinary citizens literally could not walk down safe in the street. In fact, at the height of the cow towns, had higher murder rates than modern New York or Los Angeles, and there was no law, but that of the gun.
That's interesting. Is that narration? Did you say
That
it's
is a
narration?
voiceover narration.
Narration and
Yes.
That of the gun.
Magnificent Seven. Yeah.
That of the gun. It sounds like Clint Eastwood. He does a lot of narration.
Oh, Outlaw Jesse
could
Wales.
be.
That was one of my favorites, but
It's a great movie.
I don't know how it started. I would go with
It's
that.
definitely not Blazing Saddles.
No. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you have, you think you're going to arrive anywhere.
Something's going on up there.
Josie
Yeah, I
Wales?
don't know.
Josie
You
Wells.
sticking with Josie Wales?
Sure.
That is incorrect. It was Tombstone. Tombstone.
And I know that one too. That's a great film.
It's a great flick, yeah.
So is that Sam? Whose voice is it doing? Do you remember the voice?
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
It was Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam
was in
Elliott's
that
in
film.
it. Kurt
I think it was his
Russell, Val
voice.
Kilmer. Well,
If
he's
I
a great
had
voice.
if I had a Western movie, I would have him do my.
He'd be pretty much doing every
voiceover.
voiceover for every Western
Yeah.
ever made.
Oh man,
He should do every
I've
voice
seen
in every
Tombstone
Western
so
ever
many
made.
times.
Yeah, Sam Elliott was Virgil Earp.
Oh yeah, and what's his face? Bill, the dude from Titanic, the treasure hunter, actually was
Kurt
The other
Russell,
Earp.
Val Kilmer,
Kurt, yeah.
Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton.
Paxton.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
That
a
was
treasure
a
hunter in
great film.
Titanic.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but we're not doing so great down here either.
That's a good impression, though.
Thank you.
Actually, that's pretty
It
good.
was so whiny.
Oh,
I'll give you
man.
another point.
Right to aliens. Oh, you're
Imitation.
giving
Yeah, give him a point for that one. That's good.
If Bill Paxton wants to come on the next show and defend himself, let us know.
Oh.
At questionable answers.
defend himself.
I don't know.
That's good.
Okay.
All right. Do you
All
want
right.
to tally up the scores?
No, I actually really don't, but I do have them tallied. The winner tonight is Brian by a 6-4 margin.
Oh, man.
6-4. Let's get on here.
You're getting warmer.
Is that a shower? What sound is that?
Yeah, I don't
That was
know
applause.
Oh, applause. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Sounds
As
like
your
water
reward,
rushing.
here's the sound of Todd in the shower. Yeah. Now go get that out of your
Followed
out of your
quickly by
brain.
There we go. There you go.
enjoy your winnings, Brian. Brian with a
Right.
6-4 win. Solid.
Good stuff.
Ow.
Good
Well
stuff.
done. Well done.
Thank you.
This is
Well,
fun.
Myron, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about movies. I mean, there's a million things I want to ask you, so we'll probably have on again.
Yeah, we're
Cool,
gonna have
Because
you
I want to ask you
Yeah.
and to talk about movies versus shooting videos and the
Ah,
differences
We're gonna have you on
between-
again because we don't have a lot of friends too.
Right.
So
I got
You're
you
like one of our
that's-
6 friends, so in 6 weeks you'll be
We'll come
back on.
I got you.
All right.
No problem.
So I'd like to thank
Are we
Myron
gonna-
Davis. Oh,
Are we
here's
going to
what-
leave room for
we're gonna
God?
be yeah, we
Or-
are. We
yeah.
absolutely will.
Okay.
But I got to know.
You're kind of
all right,
all over the place right now.
I am.
All right.
Your name is Myron Davis, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and you're into jazz music, correct?
Yeah. I am.
Okay, are you related to Miles Davis?
I am of no relationship to Miles Davis other
Okay.
than loving his music.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had to find that
Yeah,
out.
that's good.
We're going to tease it like that, though. Is he
Yeah.
related to Miles Davis?
Next show.
Next show.
Yeah.
All right. I think that'd be
Thankfully,
great.
nobody listens, so they won't know that he's not.
They'll still think, yeah, your secret's still safe. He's still related.
No,
All
we've
right.
got tens of listeners.
We got
so
tens and tens.
Tens and tens of listeners.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so this show does play fast and loose with the truth most of the time, and these points are completely arbitrary. But it is important that someone's a
wins
winner
are.
and someone's a loser. But we do believe in ultimate truth. And so Brian has a Bible verse of the day that hopefully goes along with the show.
Yes, I do. The Bible verse of the day is Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is anything excellent, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things.
Pretty much says it all.
Good stuff.
Pick that because, movies kind of fill your head with
They're impactful.
That is true.
garbage
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
absolutely.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
it's always smart to. Myron's movies don't. Myron
Right.
writes movies.
Intentionally,
about-
I try to-
He makes good movies. Sure movies.
Try to fill them with some truth. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's good.
Love the truth, my man.
So everybody go check out Myron Davis. We love him very much.
Yeah.
He,
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on to our
Yeah,
show.
dude, can't
and
thank
Thank you for having me.
yeah, it's exciting.
And I love this studio. I love the 2 floors, the
Yeah.
glass
Yeah,
windows.
the moving blankets hanging all around.
Tell Seth I said great job on the tech
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
amazing
If
at
he's
setup.
not
Yeah,
fired.
the guy's incredible. Let's fire him.
He's chopping black every week.
It's cool.
Well, thank you, man. Really, I totally appreciate you taking the time.
Cool. Glad to be
This is a
here.
lot
Thanks
of
for
fun.
having me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, Todd, you want to say goodbye in your best Western voice? Sexy Western.
Sexy. I'll try to do my best, Sam Elliott.
Since we were talking about Sam Elliott,
All right.
I want you to say goodbye to the listener in your sexy Western voice. I love springing these on you at the end.
Oh, shucks, ma'am. We're just doing our job. We're going to have to say goodbye to you right now. See you later.
Yeehaw. Bye, everybody.